YouTube video, and today we here with my good sis Alyssa, and we're going to be doing some extra long Christmas nails. Now, I know we have a long time until Christmas, but I hope this gives y'all some inspiration because I love how these came out. So I do have some full coverage nail tips inside of my practice hand, and I have these XXL coffin nail tips that are no C-curve on top. So I am going to blend the nail tips in first so that we do not see any ridges on the sides, even though this is a fake hand. So I seen that they actually have something for you to put on the fake practice hand so that you could easily work without having to put full coverage nail tips inside. And trust me, I'll be getting that soon. But until then, this is how I've been doing it. I'm using a 80/80 grit file that I got from Amazon, and I did kind of slightly pull the nail tip down before I started to blend it because I'm not trying to scratch this hand up. This is the second hand I purchased from Red Iguana, and it was honestly because the last hand I got, I scratched it up so bad. Like, the metal piece was literally busting out of the pinky. Like, I tore the hand up. I know I say this in every video, but these I'm real excited about because I ain't ever seen nobody do these. And if somebody did these nails before, please correct me because I was real excited when I did this. First, I put a little bit of acrylic on top of the nail tip. This is where I'm going to be placing my glitter. Now, I do dip my brush in monomer before I dip my brush in the glitter, but this is not acrylic powder. I honestly should have mixed this glitter with some clear acrylic powder. It would have been much easier with the application for this part. So I definitely recommend doing that. But since I did not do that, I am going to lightly go over this glitter with some clear acrylic. I was also constantly wiping this nail, trying to get it as flat as possible because I did not want to have to later file this before I started to add my stripes. Because I'm like, okay, you don't want to have to apply white gel polish to a bumpy surface. So the least you could try to do is get this as smooth as possible. Moving on to this next nail, I'll be doing the same thing. I really wish I would have just got some clear acrylic powder in an empty jar. It would have been much easier, but this is fine. I still love how they came out, and I'm happy I pulled it off because as I was doing this, I was like, all right, girl, you don't got too much time before your next client, so I'm gonna need these to be cute today. When I was applying this clear acrylic, I wasn't using too much. Even if I did use a glitter acrylic, I probably would have still lightly went over the glitter just to make sure that everything was still pretty even, because I'm not going to file these before I paint. Now for those stripes, I told you guys earlier I was not going to file these before I started to paint, and I'm using this white gel paint that I got from Amazon. It did come in a pack, and I will be linking it down below. So we are going to do a ombre into these candy canes. So with the white gel polish, I am going to start to create my diagonal lines. And then once I'm finished doing this on all the nails, I am going to have to top coat this. So stick around to see how it looks top coated. For this nail, I was going to do the pattern a little different, doing some of the lines real thick and then thin lines between. But after I did it the first time, I was like, I am not doing this. And I just continued to make thicker lines going down the nail. If I would have did it, it probably would have been cute. But I seen that there was a couple like glitter pieces outside of the clear acrylic that dried, and I did not want to run into any of those. I could have buffed these nails smooth and then top coated them before I started to paint, but I wanted it to be exciting. I was like, look, I'm not going to top coat them just yet. I'm going to just wait till after so I can see how it's looking. This is how they look all finished. My camera kept constantly going out of focus as I was drawing. But this is how they look top coated, y'all. I knew these ombre nails were going to look good because the top coat looks way better than how it was looking matte. As I was top coating these nails, I was going back and making sure that everything was completely top coated. The gel paint is a little thicker than gel polish, so I did just want to make sure that I got all around the gel paint before curing. This is how they look at the moment. I did just finish curing them. I did allow it to cure for 60 seconds before I go in with this Valentino Perfect Nude so we could start this ombre. I made my first bead pretty small, and after making sure it was sidewall to sidewall, I used the tip of my brush to start to feather everything down. And the gel polish top coat underneath this, I feel like makes it very easy to ombre, believe it or not. So once I'm finished with this, I am going to go ahead and pick up that second bead. Normally, I would pick up larger beads as I'm doing this, but I did not want the ombre to come down too low. And I feel like I do that a lot. Like, I like how it looks, like that deep ombre, but for these, I'm like, I need you guys to see the candy cane. So if when I'm finished with this nail, I would like the ombre to come down just a little further, I'll add more acrylic. There was also some glitter pieces on the side of my dapping dish. So because of this, you guys are going to see me wipe away some little glitter specks now and then, because I was not trying to have them little tiny glitters mess up the set. But it was real messy. I really wish I would have just made that glitter acrylic powder. But it's cool. I did want this ombre to come down just a little more, so I'm going to take a very small bead and place it where I would like the ombre to continue, and then I'm going to lightly fan upwards and turn my brush around and start to fan down. At this point, I was really starting to like them, and I was trying to decide if I wanted to bling this set out or just do something simple. I'm happy I did something simple because I really didn't want to take away from the design. But I'm sure one of my clients will want this, and if I do recreate them on my client, we definitely got to add some more jewels. Now for this practice hand, I do really like it, of course, because I went ahead and bought another one after I messed up the last one. But I definitely recommend this practice hand if you are looking for something more realistic. Now it did cost more money than the average Amazon practice hand, but this definitely helps with cuticle placement, and it's more realistic than the Amazon one, of course. They probably have similar ones on Amazon, but I like this one because the fingers are very flexible, and you guys are going to see I just be moving the fingers right out the way, bending them all types of ways so that I can continue to work. Lastly, for this application, I'll be encapsulating all of these nails in my Mia's Secret clear acrylic powder. And I am going to warn you guys, encapsulating gel polish can be a little tricky because the gel polish is very smooth, so it may be a little slippery. I am very gentle as I get to the free edge because, like I said, that's where all the gel polish is, and it's very slippery, so I do just want to make sure that all of my acrylic is still on the center of the nail and that I spread it even. After encapsulating all of the nails in my clear acrylic, I did go ahead and start to reshape the nails first. Afterwards, I'll then debulk the nail and go in with my 5-in-1 bit, but I did want to shape them up and see how they was looking. These nail tips are from our website, and y'all, did not shape these nail tips. I know I say it all the time, but I didn't shape them. I love using pre-shaped nail tips. And if you want to get these nail tips at 50% off, you can get them on my website, and it will be linked down below. I'm also using the same hand file that I was using earlier. This is still a 80/80 grit, perfect for reshaping acrylic after application. And I'm going underneath all of the nails with my 5-in-1 bit to create that C-curve look. And afterwards, I'm going to start to seal the cuticle because I noticed the fake hands. And start to file down the nails because it was a little bumpy towards where the gel polish was. So I am going to correct that now. I also wanted to lightly file underneath the nail and go back and reshape the sidewalls before I move on. And I'll be keeping these nails pretty plain today. I am going to go in with some nice gold charms that I got from Amazon. But for the most part, we're going to keep these real simple. Before I finish up, I will be using this McCart Bling Gel to apply my stones. So I'm just going to add a little bit on there. I'm going to kind of swirl the bottle around so that I can get the layer to be nice and thin. Surprisingly, I did get these nail charms from Amazon and they definitely give a real luxury vibe off. I really could have left this design how it was here, but I didn't like it at the time. But looking back at it, I actually feel like this looks better. But I am about to finish these nails up after I top coat them, and I will be using my D&D top coat. Also, let me know down below how much you would charge for nails that look like this with this same length. And if you did enjoy this video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for more content in the future. And I'm going to see you in the next video.